Hello, Naysayer Nation. We are back for another week of the Aftershow Podcast. And what a week it has been.
Yeah. It has been
It's felt like a year.
I-
so much has happened.
in so many ways. I want to get a little something out of the way real quick, if you don't mind. It's been a really hard week for me. If you follow me on socials, you know that this guy back here.
There he is.
We're very, very lucky that he's there. This was a really bad one, and I did not think he was going to make it. So it's been a little rough for me the last few days. I'm really just thankful right now because he's finally starting to eat some food and be himself again. But I can't do it again, man. I can't. This was the worst one, and I just want to say that I really, really appreciate everybody that's thought of me this week. I hate having to. It was my only thing I could think of, you know what I mean, all week, and I tweeted a lot about it. I made almost zero content, and it means a lot to me that people took even a little bit of time out of their day to just acknowledge. Oh yeah, thank you. To just acknowledge what I was going through, because the 10 minutes between getting him to come back and getting him to the vets was probably some of the worst 10 minutes of my life, man. This is 3 times I've watched him die. And I'm very thankful that he's still here, but it doesn't get any easier. So if I'm a little subdued tonight, man, I'm tired. I'm mentally drained, but I want to be here for everybody. So yeah, Thor is his name. Thor is yeah. So I wanted to address that at the beginning and hopefully not have to go back to it, but I do really just so much appreciate, I can't even put into words how much I got to feel that love from everybody. And so thank you. I don't want to drag everything down. We've said it, and Thor thanks you, and he seems to be doing better now, and we'll just hope that things continue to go well. He's 9.5, so this is 20 months we've been going on this, and I thought for sure this was at this time, but I got really lucky. So thank you, and thank you, Sadot, because you've been great, and I appreciate it.
Oh, sure. While we're here, we're gonna start off on a low note anyway, because
Yeah.
Tony Todd died a couple of days ago. Now, that fucking sucked.
Yeah, I've met Tony Todd a couple times. I actually I was digging through my pictures. I found 2 pretty good ones that I
Let's
took.
see.
I'm trying to pull them up real quick. Why? I've been having a really hard time sleeping, obviously. So if I'm a little slower than usual, a little more boomer than usual, then it is what it is.
It's not possible.
All right, here we go. So this one is from 2007 at Rock and Shock in Worcester, Massachusetts. And then this one is from 2012. I had some other ones that these 2 I thought were really, really good.
Those are great. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, and it was super cool, man. It was really nice, and it really stinks that this is. I don't know that it's going to affect any future content necessarily, though, when it comes to Spider-Man, because from what I understood, they had a ton.
Yeah, they only used about 10% of his voice recordings for Venom for Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
They have a ton of recordings of him. It's I was sad I never got to meet him. I was trying to set up an interview, but he was always really nice. He interacted with everyone on social media.
Yeah.
I used to love. It's my feed feels like more empty now because it used to be filled with like because I'm following him for all his posts,
Yeah.
and I I and like I used to just get constant notifications from Tony Todd because which I love because he's either sharing some music, sharing some interview or sharing something a fan said, or like he was always interacting with his community on social media. He's such a nice guy. It really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy if you look at his IMDb and just like see the amount of stuff he's been in.
I mean,
It's wild. Back then when I had met him, he was I wouldn't say he was early in his career, but like he was mostly known for the Candyman at that point.
pretty much. Yeah.
But like he's done so much. Like he was Scareglow in the recent Masters of the Universe, like Kevin Smith's show on Netflix. And he was so good as that. Like he was Dreadwing in Transformers. I mean, like he was in Star Trek. I mean, he was in so much,
He was obviously a really talented actor, but he just had that unbelievable voice.
Yeah.
On a guy voice. I still remember because you think, oh, that's got to be like he's some of that has to be like studio some work, but then I remember during the promotion of Spider-Man 2 he was out at one of these events with Insomniac, and they had they pulled out a phone and he was doing some because they wanted to have the actors do some promo, and he did the We Are Venom like live raw on just into a camera phone, and it was just like holy shit. He doesn't need anything. He's just that good.
It's been a tough year for like just talented black actors. Like
just any talented people. We lost Akira Toriyama earlier.
Right, but I saw like this picture and it had like I've seen Carl Weathers and Lance Reddick mentioned.
Yep.
And then there was the guy that was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I can't think of his name.
William. He played Hulk. Yeah, he was great. Yeah, he was amazing. I mean, I wasn't tapped into it because I don't follow college football, but I saw everyone was talking about that dog Ben.
Oh yeah. I mean, it just one of the sports writer guys. His dog died. Yeah, but I mean that's always sad. Trust me, I can relate.
I did dive into it because I can't handle dogs.
Yeah.
Stuff. I didn't even know the dog, but I saw the interview where the guy where they did the tribute and the guy was breaking it down. I was like, nope, I can't do it. I can't do this.
Yeah, Kirk Herbstreit, a big time college game day guy. Yeah. I saw it and I had to turn away because it's it's fresh for me. Like I don't want to dwell on it. I really don't. That's why I didn't say like, hey, we shouldn't do this. You know what I mean?
We got to get out of the way because
I
mean we definitely weren't going to talk about politics. So
God, I can't believe that guy that like got mad at my vote. He got mad at vote. Why did I even go?
I mean,
what do you mean?
I mean, to be fair, if you had voted for her instead of me, Trump would have definitely lost the popular vote. So
right, exactly.
You're one vote of Massachusetts.
Like I'm pretty. I don't know the exact number, but if I had to place a bet like blindly, I would bet it was like 60-40 Kamala in Massachusetts at least.
Yeah, it was an absolute blow.
Yeah, like that's like I feel like. See, I don't understand. Like you go to these like New Hampshire, everybody goes to New Hampshire. Okay, nobody comes to Massachusetts. So like whenever the presidential campaigns are happening, it's all we ever hear about here locally is New Hampshire, New Hampshire, New Hampshire. because that's one of those battleground states.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever comes to Massachusetts because it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Like, people wake up, they go right to the D in every possible way.
They love the D. Yeah, yes, I know, Travis. We know you voted for Jill Stein.
but the guy, that one person that, like, his whole thing was like posting the same video over and over again. Like, what are you trying to tell me? Like why can't you use your own words? Like,
Because
I'm
he's obviously not intelligent enough to do
right.
so.
It's like, I understand that you do not understand that there's more than just a presidential vote, and that what I did was, my choice was write in a joke vote or leave it blank. I went to vote for the questions.
For future reference, just write in Sadot the Gamer Gabe. just like Jay did.
Yeah.
Can I hat tip myself for predicting all of this on the podcast?
I did have a sense that Trump was probably going to win, and like, I feel like this time, like, it does feel like some on the Democratic side are asking the right questions, like why did this happen again? Like, obviously there are the typical people that are just angry.
Yeah,
but like, that's why I would not vote. My vote matters to me. I'm not gonna, like, just vote for Kamala because she's not Trump. That's not why I'm gonna do it. And that's exactly the way, like, all these people are like, oh, how could you vote for a rapist? And it's like, I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you, but everybody has turned this into a red or a blue issue. So they don't see Donald Trump, they see red or R, Republican. That is what they're voting for. Republican or Democrat.
I don't even think that. Like, I think because Trump is such a unique figure. And I was looking at the analytics of what made up all the votes. How he won in such a landslide. He had record turnout from black people. He beat her in the white woman vote, which they thought they had locked up. He beat her in the Latin male vote. It just seemed like it seems simple, and it usually is, but this is a quote that will always be true. It's the economy, stupid. like
It really is.
Like, people were like, hey, the economy sucks. We're afraid of the immigration stuff and the crime, and that's all he ran on. that's what that in the trans stuff. That's all he ran. Every ad, it was about some of that, and he and whereas Kamala's campaign and the Democrats was about. But yeah, sure. You have issues, we understand, but abortion and Orange Man bad. Like, did we mention he's Hitler?
Yeah.
Like that,
and that's just
like, don't work. Like, and the voters were like, yeah, that's cool, he's Hitler, whatever. I remember when he was president, eggs weren't $10. So what are you going to do for us?
Yeah.
Like,
there are actually people mocking that, though. I've actually seen videos of people like mocking, like, oh, it's just too bad that your eggs are expensive, but how about my reproductive rights? I'm like, well, you're not wrong, but what about mine? I don't care.
That's such a privileged thing to say, by the way.
Right.
Like, that's 100% someone whose parents pay for everything. They have no responsibility. Yeah, you don't care about the price of eggs because you have a trust fund, but somebody working 2 jobs, living paycheck to paycheck with a family to support, they kind of do care about the price of eggs.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love that he won. I really don't. Like, but like, people are acting like they're about to die, and it's the same thing they did 8 years ago when he won the first time. And it's like, we've already gone through 4 years of his presidency. We know what it looks like. All right, it's not always great, but I'm not going to sit here and act like there weren't some good things that came out of his last presidency. It wasn't like a total shit show.
Also, I'm old enough to remember a much worse administration. Bush Cheney. I was around during that time. It was like if they had ran on like all the stuff they were saying about Trump was literally Bush and Cheney. we survived through it.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like I don't talk about it usually outside of the bubble, because there's no point. Like that's I think the bigger point about politics on social media is like, what's the point? Everybody talks, nobody wants to listen, and that's why we are where we are. Yeah. Everybody just wants to yell over each other, and
100%. And then you can't even escape it in video games anymore because now the politics are in a video game. Like I've seen so many posts about Dragon Age the Veilguard over the last 2 weeks that have nothing to do with almost nothing to do with the game itself, and it's just so much misinformation. Like it seems like purely because of politics, there's so many people who are just invested in Dragon Age the Veilguard just being the biggest failure, like a Concord level, and it's just not. Like I was seeing thumbnails where they were like, "Oh, the sales are a disaster." That they show a screenshot of it having like no players on Steam, and Asmongold did that. And then I checked the Steam charts. And I'm like, wait, is it doing that bad all of a sudden? And it's like 60,000 people in game. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
We talked about this last week where I saw his video about the transgenders section, like of the game, and I had a good idea of what was going on there, but then I actually like got to that point in the game, and it's pretty early. And it's literally just one of 6 things you can choose when you put down a mirror on a counter, and like all you have to do is just not click it and never think about it again.
And it doesn't come up again.
Yeah. So, and he chose to do it, and it's like, well, that's your fault. Like, if you just didn't do it, like you could actually click through it accidentally and never know it was even there. And exactly, Travis. Like this is exactly what he was doing. He was going for that.
Literally, he literally was clip farming. That's what it was.
But it's so stupid because like even though somebody was like, "Oh, they're mutilating bodies," but that's their body. Who gives a shit? All right. Now we're not going to get into like everything about it. I understand. Like it's got to be confusing. Okay. Like it's not for me, right? But like there are people that don't feel like they are who they are, and I don't have any issue with them trying to find their happiness, It doesn't matter whether or not I agree. If that's how they find happiness in life, like what the fuck do I care? And especially what the fuck do I care in a role-playing video game where you can make yourself a dwarf, you can make yourself an elf, you can make yourself a fucking bull. What do I care?
Like literally, like we went through this already with Baldur's Gate 3. Like no one actually cares. Like the valid criticism about say it just in the quality of some aspects of Dragon Age the Veilguard. You can like skill up, said it best. A lot of it feels like HR is in the room the whole time, but it's not because it has diversity and everything. All the Dragon Age games had diversity. It's just that this you can definitely tell there was a considerable drop in subtlety and skill. But overall, I thought the game is still pretty enjoyable. I'm like 30 hours in, right?
Yeah,
right
I've gotten to the point where I don't think I can put out content for it anymore because it's just falling as flat as it can, and that's unfortunate. And I feel like it's almost because like if you're not like rage posting about it,
that's literally what
nobody cares. Like and that's unfortunate because I love Dragon Age. Like Origins I played enough. I don't think I finished that one, but Dragon Age 2 was a lot different. It's more like this game and Dragon Age Inquisition as well. And I loved those two games. Like I really, really love them. I love the art style. Like I've said a few times, I have a few art prints that I got from the games. And like what Travis is saying, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand why you care about options just being there for if people want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing about it to me. Like it's an RPG, like, and these are always the same people who are constantly complaining about censorship and having stuff taken away from them. But you want to take options away from people in a RPG, like for what?
Yeah.
You don't, all stuff is up. Like they made a big deal about Tosh character, and yeah, Tosh is in some ways is poorly written, but all that stuff that they're showing clips of entirely optional. you can skip that entire thing pretty much, like if you want to. Like it's just so forced.
Yeah. And I had a feeling that was what it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it's a quality game, and
Yeah, what they were hoping for is that it would just be like the worst thing ever, because they had all their narratives pre-made as soon as they saw that first trailer, and then when it became more nuanced, they just, obviously they're not smart, so they just didn't pivot. They just doubled and tripled down.
But what I don't understand, like it seems clear that these people have never played a Dragon Age game, because like they had gay characters in Inquisition.
Yep.
Like I said on the last time, I'm pretty sure I walked in on a bull fucking a dwarf at
Mm-hmm.
one point. Like, you know, a Kunari, there's what they're called, but they're bulls.
They're basically bulls.
They're basically bulls. But you know, like I don't like why are people so threatened by that just being an option that's there for people that want to do it? I don't get it. Like
it's all just weird. Like it's honestly just weird.
You know,
and yeah,
I just don't care how people want to live their life, you know? I like it's their life, you know?
Yeah, and I'm seeing these grifters. This whole thing they're doing now is they're pretending they have sources that are giving them big scoops. We'll debunk a couple of these, but one of the ones that I saw is they're saying that Dragon Age the Veilguard sold less than 500,000 copies, and I'm like, there's absolutely no fucking way that's true.
I feel like anytime you look at the Steam charts and there's like 60,000, all right, let's use that number, 60,000 people playing Dragon Age, I feel like you can like triple that on the consoles.
Yeah, or
more than that.
Like, I look, like it's not doing much on Xbox, but it's like top 3 on PlayStation, and it peaked at 89,000. Every time I look, it's like 50, 60,000, 60,000 concurrents. Mathematically, just on Steam alone, that it's impossible for that to be less than 500,000, because those are concurrent players,
right?
Like, so it's literally impossible for, especially now, for it to be less than 500,000. Because I was looking at some other big Steam releases for Sony, Dragon Age has had more players, a higher peak concurrent than God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man Remastered, and all of those sold millions of copies on just on that PC release. So I think at the end of the month, because I initially thought maybe the Veilguard would sell around 2 million the first month, conservatively, but based on the consistency on the Steam charts and potentially accounting for PlayStation, I could easily see that be 3 or 4 million.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember how well the past game sold. I mean, I think we talked about it at one point, but
the highest selling one was 12 million.
Yeah,
which was a surprise to EA at the time as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I've enjoyed playing the game so far when I've gotten the chance to. I don't think it's quite as good as Inquisition or 2 so far, but who knows? Maybe I'll get to that point. But I do think it's good. And I think, like what Steven was saying, we could definitely have discussions about the quality of the writing for sure. It like just the options being there doesn't like make it bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like I did see like the non-binary conversation, if you will,
Mm.
and that was absolutely cringe as fuck. Like
Yeah.
there's no two ways around it. It was cringe. It was very poorly
100%.
done. But like the fact that it was there, like I don't
Yeah.
care about that.
Yeah.
Could they have written it better? Sure.
100% they could. And then someone else I saw bring up the fact that like they always make a big deal if anyone misgenders Tosh, but Tosh like consistently refuses to respect Emmerich's title. He hates being called like a death mage, and he constantly is like pushing back, saying, you know, please don't call me that. I don't like that. And Tasha's response is, "But wait, that's what you are." And just imagine the outrage if he said that in response to being told Tasha's not binary. Imagine.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know who either of those characters are yet. So
yeah, well, Tasha's the Canary that everyone's talking about. And
yeah, I haven't met them.
Yeah, Emmerich you'll meet later. He's a very charming necromancer. But yeah, that
so far I only have Harding, the two that you start with, and then the one that does all the Bella or something like that. That does all the she's looks like an elf.
Yeah, I like Valara a lot. She's cool.
I have her and Harding as my squad right now, even though what's the third?
I ran with Nev.
I think she's the hottest, but for some reason I'm romancing Harding, and I just think that's going to be interesting.
I couldn't do it. I had no romantic interest whatsoever in Harding. Initially because we start with her. Initially, I was committed to romancing Nev.
Yeah,
but then when we met Valar, I realized, oh, Valar is actually just way hotter.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just gonna romance everybody.
Unfortunately, you can't.
I'm sure at a certain point there's like a cutoff.
But... Yeah, there's you can flirt with everyone. You can get the near kiss stuff with some people, but yeah, there will present you a cutoff point if you try to romance Tosh. Tosh is extremely straightforward, so you don't really have much time in that regard. So you'd be better off like building up the other characters, because Tosh is very straightforward. Like Tosh is straight up say, "Oh, are you trying to have sex with me?" Like Tosh is extremely straightforward. But everyone else is like this nice, will they, won't they build up kind of a thing. Had a steamy near kiss moment with Nev. So Balar is a lot more innocent, and a lot of that's kind of helping her deal with their stuff with her brother. It's very nice. But I don't like the fact that you can only commit to one like they force you to commit to one person. Like as soon as you go with one, all the romance options are cut off. Like I thought Baldur's Gate 3 just did it just way better.
Yeah, I didn't get far enough into that. So although my buddy Otter still wants me to start a playthrough. I do owe him that at some point. So
how dare you? That was not a cop. What are you talking about? Like, that's not at all what Nev is like. What do you mean?
She does seem like a little rougher, if you will.
Yeah, she's like guarded, untrust, doesn't trust people easily. She's very sarcastic. She's not. She
seems like she'd be a handful.
Yeah, her building up was actually nice. We because the thing about like, because I was romancing both her and Blar. Blar is just like really sweet and innocent, and Nev kind of reminds me of like Angelina Jolie in Tomb Raider. Like she's really like, it's subtle but really flirty, and a lot of implication there. Yeah, she's not. It's not that she's rough and gruff. She's just like really flirty, and and subtle about it. Yeah. The cop thing
I
is
mean, I don't really know why I'm worried about like that. I went after freaking Cassandra in the last game, so
I'm not arguing about lore. I'm arguing about your horrible characterization. Like, she's not a stereotypical cop. Like, what do you mean? So, I know about the NetEase thing. Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that in the round table, bringing back memories of Square Enix and Marvel's Avengers.
yeah,
But
I've heard what's going on, but I haven't like seen the actual details of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was more interested in like all the Marvel Rivals reveals, which are pretty cool so far. We finally got our, as expected. We finally got our boy Moon Knight. Yeah, shout out to the Moon Knight enjoyers. Honestly, Moon Knight, between Moon Knight and Psylocke, like I was already committed to like Captain America and Bucky. I thought they looked really cool, but now after seeing Moon Knight and Psylocke, oh man.
I really want to play Moon Knight. Moon Knight looks really cool.
They both look so much fun. Like this starting roster is going to be good. Like because not only did they show off Moon Knight, but I guess this is like going to be a pattern because during the Psylocke gameplay they teased Moon Knight because the other team had Moon Knight, and so if you pay attention, you'll slow it down. You can see Moon Knight in there, but they did the same thing in the Moon Knight gameplay by showing Hawkeye. So it's like Hawkeye is going to be the next reveal if that pattern holds. Nice. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Hawkeye because that's interesting. I'm a big Hawkeye enjoyer. Shout out to the Bag of Tricks build in Avengers. I'm very curious how they're going to handle Hawkeye's hero kit because like right now I'm committed to Psylocke, but I could become a Hawkeye main, depending on how they handle it. But yeah, Moon Knight looks extremely OP. Like you can tell Psylocke is extremely powerful, but it's definitely going to take some more skill maneuvering wise because you really are trying to get in a little closer to take out those back lines, but you can definitely do. Moon Knight, the amount of kills Moon Knight was getting was insane. Like Moon Knight is so broken because his whole kit is built around punishing crowds, and which is what happens a lot. People bunch up in those matches, especially on certain maps and choke points, and just having a whole kit built around punishing people, like having his daggers just ricochet like three or four times. Like he was getting insane kill streaks, like just from attacking from a distance.
I did think it was kind of funny when I was watching your stream and you were talking about it, and there was kind of the comparison to Batman, and you're like, oh no, he's nothing like Batman, when he kind of is. Like he is like, see, the Mark Spector you see in the show is really not like how he is in the comics and everything. Like Mark Spector is a billionaire. Like he is like very much, Bruce Wayne, one of his personalities anyway. Like obviously Jake Locke is the cab driver, but like he has his own Alfred too. And like dude like flies the moon copter everywhere. I mean, he's got like all the gadgets, all the different like moon themed vehicles. So he is he's
got the Batman aura. He's more, but he's not fundamentally, he's just very, very different from Batman. Was my point.
I understand where you were going with, like
if you're being extremely surface level, he's got money. He's obviously the gliding with the cape looks from like he's got the similar, but yeah, his lore, the abilities, his mental state, his motivations, all of that are just drastically different from Batman. That was my main thing.
I get it
in terms of how his story is, because Batman's whole thing, like Batman, in terms of like his story, his motivations, how he operates, he's a lot closer to like Oliver Queen. I would say.
I think that's actually pretty fair. There's a lot of I think if you get past like the mythological part, like the Khonshu stuff, like there is still a lot of Batman there, and I do feel like, or when he was designed originally, that
The,
was what was
the,
taken into
the,
account.
they weren't sure we're trying to do Marvel Batman, but it went a very different way, a very very different way.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, like, if we were making like a direct comparison, I would definitely more so compare a Matt Murdock or Oliver to Batman before I would get to Moon Knight.
I actually don't know where the Atrocitus figure is.
Boo.
Well, I had to set up my PS5 and I had to move some stuff. I don't remember where I put it. It's probably behind the PS5.
Perfect segue there, Jay.
Yeah.
We got even bigger than the election is we finally got our hands on the PS5 Pro after all this buildup. I know I saw Jay was having some difficulty because he got the Boomer disk drive and was trying to set it up and everything like that. I didn't do all that because I'm not 100 years old, but I didn't have a LAN cable to do the data transfer, so it took literally 8 hours. Basically, I had the PS5 Pro running from like Saturday at noon until like the next day, because after the data transfer I had to download some games, and yeah, it was a lot. But outside of that, the setup was very easy. I didn't have really any real trouble, but I was just looking forward to getting the actual game and playing some actual PS5 Pro enhanced PS5 games. And I must say, after getting what I played Helldivers 2. These are the official PS5 Pro enhanced. I played Helldivers 2. I played Dragon Age: The Veilguard, and I played Spider-Man 2. And I must say,
I've only gotten to play Spider-Man 2, and I don't know what is going on with my game, but like it runs like crap. Like it's very stuttery, and yeah, it's really weird. I don't know like if I did something wrong, but like I only played a little bit of it, and my whole unboxing video that I was making, it was just such trash. I didn't even use it because the pin on my disk drive was bent and out of the box. Like, so I'm watching like the very few videos that there are on installing the disk drive to the PS5 Pro, and everybody just shows you just slide it in place, click it down, you hear a click, and then boom, you're done. So I kept doing that, and I thought I was hearing a click, but it wasn't working. I'd try to put a disc in, it wouldn't do anything. And then finally I decided, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to have to return it anyway at some point if it's not working. So I just bent the pin straight, and then it finally first try worked. So I don't know.
Excuse you. So I didn't have. So I played a little bit.
You don't know what it's supposed to do. You don't know what's supposed to happen, and there's not enough information out there about it. So it's like, how do I know I'm doing it wrong? You know?
It's interesting that you brought up the performance stuff. So I played a little bit of. I didn't play too deep into Spider-Man 2, but I had it on. I swapped it back to the different performance modes. Performance was flawless. I played Helldivers 2. It felt smooth, but Helldivers 2 is just naturally a janky game, so I didn't think too much about it. Veilguard, I didn't notice any difference at all.
Yeah.
And I did have my first crash, which was weird. And there's also this recurring, just a really annoying bug in Veilguard where it keeps swapping your ultimate, and the patch they released didn't address it yet. But Yeah, outside of that, I thought I thought it was maybe just a coincidence because it was fine after that. But and then I played some NBA 2K25 as well. I played a My Career game. Everything everything was fine. But then I played a rec game against other players. That's the PvP mode, and unbelievably choppy.
Wow.
So I had to actually close that. I tried another one, but the 2K is known for having dog shit servers, but it was the first time all year I had any choppiness during the during the rec gameplay. So I thought maybe it was a coincidence, but so I booted it back up just to see, and everything was fine. So I say overall performance is okay. I'm gonna install Final Fantasy VII Rebirth next because for that seems to be the game that got the biggest upgrade from the PS5 Pro. But I think this is definitely a situation where you're not going to really appreciate the Pro until you get like a new game that's taking advantage of all that extra hardware, because it's definitely the most powerful console right now, I'd say. uh Outside of maybe some outlier issues, I think the games are going to run a little smoother, look a little clearer, but not in a way that you're gonna play and be like, oh my god, like, because I literally have my normal PS5 right next to my Pro, and it's still plugged in, so I'll just pull out the HDMI, put it in, and play the PS5, and go right back to the PS5 Pro, and it feels the same mostly. Just feels a little smoother in some cases on the Pro, but yeah, until we get like a new game that really takes advantage of it, I don't think it's going to matter. So I'd say if you don't have a PS5 at all, I'd say spend the hunt. You're going to get one anyway. I'd say spend the extra couple $100 to get the Pro. But if you already have a PS5 and you're wondering if you should upgrade right now, I'd say there's no rush. Like you're not really missing anything. I'd say wait until at least, I don't know, Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, if that's something you're interested in. Maybe wait for GTA 6 or something, or Ghost of Yotei. But for the games available right now, you don't really need a Pro. Unless except for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you have to have a Pro for that.
All right. I'm a little surprised it took you. So you got the extra hard drive, right?
The
internal extra.
I didn't install it though.
Oh, see, that's why my transfer was so easy. I just transferred everything onto that, deleted the games I wasn't playing, and just installed my hard drive. And I was like, "Oop, I'm done." I didn't have to transfer anything.
I didn't feel like installing the hard drive. I was just like, I just left it in because I had a bunch of stuff I was playing anyway. So I figured, okay, well, I get the 2 terabytes on the Pro anyway. So I'm just going to data transfer like my, because the other thing is like my my clips and some of my other stuff wasn't on the external anyway. So it's like, okay, I'll just transfer the stuff that's on my base console, and then everything's on the cloud, so I'll just download the games that I actually am going to be in my rotation, and then just go from there, because everything's in the collection now. So I'm like, okay, well, what I'm playing immediately, I'll just download those as I come to it, rather than just having a bunch of stuff I'm not using.
Yeah. Well, I just haven't had a chance to really do anything, because I don't have anything that I'm really playing on PS5 right now until the 14th. I did just pre-order Lego Horizon Adventures, since I clearly am not going to be hearing anything from them. And I felt really good about it because I found a deal on Aniba.com where I got I got the $100 gift card for $82.
I bet.
Class ring is my wedding ring.
Burn. A remake of Avengers would be insane. Who would ever speaking of remakes that are definitely not happening? There was a rumor going around now that Rocksteady was working on Batman Arkham Asylum remake. That so Warner Brothers recently had their earnings call. They confirmed that their strategy for gaming going forward was to like narrow the focus, and instead of trying to release a bunch of games, focus instead on their the four core franchises, which they identified as Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones, Hogwarts Legacy, and DC. And for DC, they singled out Batman because, of course, they did. They already confirmed there's DLC coming for Hogwarts Legacy. I think it's like 10 to 15 hours of new content based on the leaks. And there's a Hogwarts Legacy 2 in development that's going to tie in with the HBO Max Hogwarts show that's coming out. As far as the Batman stuff, we heard a while ago. First, Schreier mentioned that Rocksteady had obviously abandoned Suicide Squad, and they were working on that Hogwarts Legacy DLC, and then they were pitching a single player game, and then Nick from the Xbox Era podcast said that he heard it was a Batman game, and now this rumor came out that they're working on a Arkham Asylum remake. But I can say right now that that rumor is complete bullshit. Just off from the source for Del Walker came out and said it's not true, but the source, which is crazy, was Vera Dark, who is a culture war grifter who's known for making up stories. like this is the same person who said that WB was about to announce that they were shutting down Rocksteady Studios and was like literally proven wrong the day after. like, so this is someone who regularly peddles misinformation, pretends to have sources. These people do not have sources. Please don't listen to any of that.
Listen, the people that have sources don't talk.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there are very few people. Like, I have sources. Okay,
yeah.
I could tell you some stuff if I really wanted to.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like my sources.
Yeah,
and I don't want to tell you.
Yeah, I have sources. Like if it's not someone with a track record, like Jason Schreier, or Tom Henderson, or Jeff Grubb, someone like that, be extremely skeptical. Yeah. But if they're a right wing grifter, assume it's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to some of these studios. You know what I mean? But like, here's the thing. I like. It's a double-edged sword to know these things. You know what I mean? Like, because you're trusted with this information. Take that from what you will. But like, when people are willing to talk to you, like, especially when it's off the record, you can't just run out every time and be like, oh, hey, guess what? They're making a Booster Gold game. Haha. Like, you can't do that.
We just tricked Jay into confirming the Booster Gold game.
Yeah, like, you can't just, like, because at a certain point somebody's gonna be like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Especially if it like gets back to them, like that was always something Miller was always concerned about with having his sources. Yeah. Because he was okay with being out there with the information, but like, he also kind of suffers because of that, because some people don't want to work with him.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
100%. But he was always, and the thing I appreciate about Miller is that he doesn't just randomly leak anything.
Yeah.
Like he did a lot of that. He'll do a lot of data mining, but if it's like a leak from like an actual source, he's always extremely careful and treats it like an actual journalist, and doesn't just throw it out there. Like he'll withhold information or if necessary, if he think or not talk about something at all if he thinks that there's a chance the source will be outed by him revealing what he knows.
Yeah. I'll be completely upfront with you guys. I don't want to make anything sound like I know more than I do. Okay, I don't know what Rocksteady's doing,
He
and
does.
I do not know what WB Montreal is doing.
He does.
So
He actually does know, but yeah. Wink, 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 wink.
yeah, like I don't want like listen. I have a really good friend that I've known for 20 plus years that works for a video game company, and I've been told like I was told about a game like 2 years before it actually got announced, and I had to sit on that information. I thought it was going to get announced at the Game Awards one year, and it didn't get announced until the next year, also at the Game Awards. So, like, that's just you never know. You know what I mean?
Imagine.
They can't both be doing Batman. Like, obviously, one of them is going. Like, listen,
Rocksteady's definitely doing Batman.
Rocksteady's definitely doing a Batman game. Okay, and here's the thing: a lot of people are already complaining about that, but like, what they got backed into a corner. Okay, like nobody wanted to like give Suicide Squad a chance. I understand Suicide Squad has its problems, and we're never going to get away from the fact that like the first 6 to 8 weeks of the game, it was just fucked. Okay,
Yeah,
for a lot of people.
I also disagree. I think people gave it a chance. They just fumbled the chance.
Well, but like it's really hard. Like that first 6 to 8 weeks is like the most important period of the game's life cycle.
Yeah.
And
people couldn't log in. People couldn't log in, and there was no content.
Yeah, so I mean that was obviously an issue.
Or skins.
If everything went smooth at the start, I'm not saying that they wouldn't be where they are now anyway, but I mean, if you think about it, other than like skins, like they've delivered they've delivered the seasons and everything pretty on schedule. You know, I mean,
considering, but yeah, but the issue is like the content is like I don't know if you played it, but I streamed the mid-season update.
I was going to, but that's when I started running into all my issues.
Yeah. So from my experience, like obviously I know why now. You know, the new updates are getting smaller and smaller in terms of offerings, but it got so bad in the recent update that they're actually recycling gear from the previous seasons.
Yeah. I mean, like look, I don't know what people expected them to like do. It's not.
I think they expected them to make a Superman game or Justice League game.
No. I mean, when it comes to Suicide Squad, okay, like it's not recycled content or copy and paste content. It's like that's what they do. Like if you look at some of these maps in like Call of Duty, like they are very similar to other maps they've always done before. You know,
it's not even about the maps. Like the Metropolis, having a open world Metropolis, perfectly fine. It's like the actual content itself is extremely repetitive and not engaged. Like you're having like 13 brainiacs, and
I get that.
He's just a recycle, and they're just recycling boss fights from the main story. Like obviously conceptually this was not ideal, but even then there are ways that they could have made this a much better game just conceptually as a Suicide Squad game. But yeah, they just I think they just didn't stick the landing with the delivery. Like they could have made this concept work. I just don't think they did. Like even down to like Skill Up Mission was a talk about this, and it's something that I definitely wholeheartedly agree with. He mentioned, and he actually complimented Avengers in his preview of Suicide Squad before it came out, where he was like, they did such a great job with those hero kits, making everyone feel like they're basically in the star of their own solo game. And Suicide Squad just didn't do that at all. Everyone, the decision to pivot to guns made pretty much everyone feel almost identical, apart from how they're vertically moving around the map with their traversal, but the play styles are the same. The gear is the same. Like, and that, which is another thing. Like like people mentioned Borderlands as a potential comparison, but the gear in Suicide Squad isn't unique or interesting at all, despite the fact that it takes place in a DC universe. You know, you're getting gear crafted by, you know, Task Force X and Lex Luthor. You got gear from they're raiding the Hall of Justice. They've got villain stuff left over by other villains, and the best they can come up with for weapons are like it's a sniper rifle, but it turns you green. Like it's fucking dumb. Like like it's so the weapons are so uninspired, which is unfortunate because the designs are amazing. Like the actual design on of how the weapons look, they're absolutely incredible, but they're just guns like with status effects don't on them.
Borderlands, man, the gun manufacturers in Borderlands were something else. I think it was like how much Borderlands have you played in your day?
Not a lot, but
Okay.
but even even enough, even playing recently going with Tiny Tina's Wonderland, like fuck, even Saints Row had not the shitty one, the superpower one, where had more interesting weapons than Suicide Squad. Like they had a dubstep gun,
Right?
like,
Yeah. So in Borderlands, like a lot of the different, there are a bunch of different manufacturers. They're all kind of like at war with each other and stuff. There are some like I think it's Tedior is one of the manufacturers, and in their guns, you don't reload them; you just throw them away, and another one spawns. You know, so like you would like, oh, I'm out of ammo. Let me just throw the gun at somebody, and it just explodes like a grenade. And oh, another one just teleported into my hand. Um, so like there were like yeah, like I get what you're saying when you compare it to a game like Borderlands, like yeah, you've got all these guns laying around everywhere, and they're a lot of them are just like, oh, this one does 5 more damage, or like 10 more damage or whatever it may
yeah,
be. But like they all had like every manufacturer was unique. Like there were some that were like Jacobs was like an old Western kind of theme, and there was one of them that was like when you reload, when you throw the gun, it actually is just like a walking gun. It just walks around and keeps shooting, you know.
yeah, that
So
like and it's a particularly egregious I thought in Suicide Squad because this is a DC universe game. Like they literally have in the story like, oh, you have unique traversal because you're taking gear that belongs to supervillains and using their stuff. Like I thought that was a cool idea that they don't use for the rest of the game. Like I don't understand. Like why didn't they apply that to the actual weapons instead? Like having Boomer be a speedster is really cool. Like I think that's really I thought that was a really clever idea of having him steal tech that effectively makes him a speedster so that he can take on his nemesis, the Flash. But outside of your movement, he's not a speedster. He really he just he's just Captain Boomerang with a shotgun who can run a little faster.
sorry, it's Thor's pill time, and
Oh, yeah,
my wife's
okay.
trying to get him to go with her. That's why I had to.
No, that's
Thor,
fine.
hey, go outside. Good boy. All right, sorry,
Bring Travis's addiction back.
dude. I cannot wait for Borderlands 4, man. I really can't.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. 2025 is gonna be crazy. I definitely might tap into Borderlands 4 because I did enjoy Tiny Tina's Wonderland, for the brief time that I did play it, but obviously it was lacking in post launch stuff. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they come up with for the next one. But it's just disappointing that it didn't work out. But I think yeah, going forward, I want to be optimistic. Zaslav had said some of the right things, focusing on established IP, not trying to make 20, 18 different things and pop off. Like finally someone saying make more DC games. But I just hope that it's just not 6 variations of Batman.
Yeah, I know
this is
Billy
silly.
Finn was asking when the next Lego game would be announced. I don't know for sure when it's going to be announced, but I have to believe.
Wink, wink, wink.
I have to believe it's. My best guess is the Game Awards. I think we're going to see it at the Game Awards.
As well. Actually, there's actually an event coming up before the Game Awards. I forgot. WB is confirmed to be attending. It's like 6 days before the Game Awards. And I saw one insider mention that they think maybe that's where they could potentially show the James Gunn Superman trailer. But since WB Games is going to be there as well, maybe I'm wondering, would they show Wonder Woman there, or I feel like you would want to wait for the Game Awards for that. But maybe you can tease, do something for Wonder Woman, and then just have like, just to get people hyped for the Game Awards, and then you have like a big gameplay trailer there, type it up. Maybe they take the time to announce a new game. Finally announced what WB Game of Montreal has been working on. Something.
Cloud, I honestly can't say.
He's literally not allowed to say, or he will be attacked by Zaslav's goons. But take his facial twitch, take his winks as a hint. Wink, wink. Cannot confirm.
It's just been a hard week, and I think I have an eyelash stuck in there. So.
Yeah. We cannot say anything definitive about that. But I do think that week, the Game Awards and the week leading into that will potentially have some very interesting reveals, potentially, maybe.
Yeah, I listen, I need a new Lego game so much. So trust me, it's just one of those things, man. Like, I don't know. Well, I'm very curious what Lego Horizon's going to be all about.
Seems fun.
Yeah, but like, are they going to get the whole Lego because like Lego 2K Drive was a Lego game in name only. It was a kart racer,
Right.
Like it didn't other than the like car creator, which is the best Lego creation mode ever in any Lego video game. It was just a game that you race around in cars. Like you could unlock all these characters, but they didn't matter because like they didn't get out of the car. So I don't know. Speaking of Batman Ninja, though, I don't know. I know you're not a big Fortnite guy, Sadot.
Actually a huge Fortnite guy.
There's a lot leaking for season 6, which is going to be starting very soon because this season is only a month long. Season 6 is going to be very Japanese themed, I'm led to believe. And I'm very curious to see if we get maybe a Jin Sakai or Batman Ninja.
Well, the Jin Sakai interests me. Batman Ninja not as much.
Did you take your medicine, Thor?
Hello, Hoarder.
I really hope so. It could also tie into Shadows, but I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what's going to tie into? I'm very curious to see how they do it, though. Obviously, if it's just like themed and they have like a bunch of like samurai and stuff like that, there's going to be obviously some big collaboration.
Of course, there always is.
The collaborations this season have been basically hip hop artists. I don't know how like if you follow it all, but Snoop Dogg was like the first big collab. You can do basically a crip walk and turn into an actual dog as Snoop. Eminem the newest Eminem just launched, and what was the
last collab I paid attention to was the symbiotes.
Well, they are having a Juice World concert soon.
Rip Juice World,
because apparently that was something that was like he loved Fortnite. But yeah,
I don't think they'll be having a Diddy collab ever.
No,
I don't think that's happening.
No, I forgot who the third one is. I want to say it was a girl.
Sabrina
Carpenter?
Ice
Spice, yeah.
Ice Spice.
There it is, Ice Spice. So,
not a fan of the Ice Spice music, but Juice WRLD is pretty dope.
Yeah, somebody ended up gifting me Snoop Dogg because I was like so on the fence. But then once I got him, I was like, oh shit, this is so fucking cool. like he does his little dance and he turns into the dog that he was in his, like, I don't remember the song, but like, he like transformed into a dog with the floppy ears, and yeah, it's cool.
Crazy how Crip walking is now officially part of Fortnite.
Yeah. Not only that, just like culture in general, like it's just allowed now, apparently.
The Crips were just like, yeah, it's fine.
when Not Like Us came out, like literally every reaction video was just somebody saying, I just want a Crip walk so bad. and then they were just like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't go into that, that neighborhood, you're fine, which you never would. Like, what's the harm?
Yeah. So, no, Crip walking like the Crips in LA.
Travis is extraordinarily white, so
yeah. The Bloods and the Crips. Well, the Crips have their own dance.
Kind of weird.
I guess they both have their own dance.
Honestly kind of weird that like I don't even think that's an excuse. Like I feel like everyone knows who the Bloods and the Crips are in America.
Yeah.
Like Crip walking maybe is a little more niche, but yeah, the very very famous gangs.
I mean, literally, you can watch any cop movie based in LA, and the Crips and the Bloods are going to be involved.
Jay's wearing the colors today. In fact,
yeah, I guess I'm a Blood.
He's got the blue, but he's also got the big red B on the hat.
I don't know if it works that way.
Jay's messaging here is like he wants to unite the gangs.
I believe Kendrick already did that.
He united them in their hatred of Drake. That's what he
oh my god, I cannot believe how much of a fucking child Drake was. I don't know if we already talked about this, but like, everything.
Well, Hyruler's here, so this is the perfect time.
Yeah. Hold on, there, Thor. Hey, go, Thor. Come on, Thor. Thor, go outside.
Come on, Thor. Let's go.
Come on. Go, Thor.
Thor just wants to take a nap.
Come on, buddy. Go. All right, hold on. I gotta help them real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Hyruler, we were just talking about the election, who shouldn't be allowed to vote, who should be put into concentration camps. The usual stuff from all the weeks. My condolences, of course, to if you'll follow Hyruler on social media. He finally was convinced to buy his girlfriend a Taylor Swift ticket, which is I believe $2,300. So if you're in the market for some feet pics, or you want to buy potentially a kidney, definitely DM Hyruler. His DMs will be open. He accepts Cash App, Bitcoin. You can hit up his wallet.
I'm gonna have to do that again in a minute. He is not happy. He does not want to take his medicine, so I've had to like crush it in a mortal and pestle and liquefy it into a syringe. So it's that time, and he knows it now. He's like on to us. So like my brother and my wife are both sitting there trying to get him to come. I think he was upstairs with them and then ran back down. He's like, nope.
Smart boy.
So now they're going to be back with his second dose, and I'll probably have to disappear and help him with that again. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Evie is also being very supportive right now, right, Evie?
That's right, best girl.
Yeah, she's doing good. So anyway, sorry.
So basically, what you're saying, Ruler, is that when you're ignoring her playing Rivals, Delta Force, Indiana Jones, she won't give you any shit about it.
All right, we're gonna do this last part.
Let me tell you, this High Ruler, she will. It doesn't matter. It's not about what you've done or the dollar amount you spent. It's about what you've done lately, and it'll sound good in theory because she's very happy in the moment. She's good to see Tay, but when the need for attention arises, the price tag of that ticket will not matter. If you'll get, maybe they'll leave you alone with Rivals, but eventually you're gonna have to come back around. It's fine. Those tickets are worth one free pass, one hall valid for one hall pass. That's fair. Honestly, like $2,000 for one concert ticket is outrageous.
Yeah, I was telling my wife about this when we were at Target earlier. I was like, man, I mean, like, I get it, but she's like, if you ever spend that much money on me to go to a concert, I will kill you.
Smart woman. Keeper. Like if I was an international music superstar, I would never allow my tickets to sell for $2,000.
But I don't even think it's like that. I don't know what the retail price on the tickets are, but I feel like that's like just aftermarket, like, But at the same time, like, I almost don't blame people for raising their ticket prices if they're just going to get scalped for that much anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's tough though. At least like for $2,000, you can get a Chris Brown meet and greet. You'll get to see you'll get to see the concert, get to meet him backstage. He'll pick you up in his arms and lovingly cradle you while you get a photo.
Now I'm going to see Shadows Fall on the 21st, and I got the VIP tickets, and I think it was like $150, and like
that's free.
I don't need to pay to like meet them, like I know them, but like you get like a picture with them, you get to go watch sound check. You get to go in before everybody else. You get some merch with it. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the whole experience. Yeah. I love them. They don't play many shows anymore. So like, but like that's the only way I'm spending that much money on a concert is if I'm like I did that for Seven Dust once, and it was like totally worth it. I got to like I got a group photo with them, which is kind of hard to manage, and I got to watch sound check, got to go in first. So yeah, like I do understand and appreciate like the VIP experience, but like listen, man, like he gets to be the hero here, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna judge anybody because like I get the whole Taylor Swift experience
for sure,
and I understand. I'm assuming it's because of the specific tour. What is it, like the Eras tour? There was something about that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's definitely a non-0% chance of a terrorist attack. So
yeah,
there's always that.
Well, anyway, I mean, look, hey, happy wife, happy life. That's
in this case, happy girlfriend. I will say,
I was using the expression.
I will say, I would consider that a $2,000 down payment on an engagement ring and a guaranteed yes. like that's crazy. You're spending $2,000 on a concert ticket. There better not be any mystery when you just if you decide that you want to get engaged, I want to hear nothing else. So you already got the ring. So he's got the family heirloom ring. Oh, so at least you save some extra money. You don't have to buy the ring. Because you kind of already did with that ticket.
Breaking news: our first teaser of season 2 of Peacemaker.
Ooh, James Gunn dropping. Actually, this makes sense. This is tonight's the season finale of Penguin. Absolute masterpiece.
It is like 6 seconds. Do you think we can get away with showing that?
100%.
All right, hold on one sec. All right, hold on. Now the real question is, am I able to do it where it includes the audio? Also share audio.
No matter how far away we are from each other, no one will ever break us apart.
Yeah.
And tell who the blonde is.
We are from each other, no one will ever.
She looks familiar.
Break.
Yeah. From last week.
No matter how.
From what? Wait, is that James Gunn's wife?
We are
Yeah.
Is that Frank Grillo?
Yep, that is.
Each other.
Why does she look so jacked?
No one will ever.
Because she was hitting the weights.
Sheesh.
Yes, Charlie Cox too. We haven't got to the D23 recap, but I was streaming D23 Brazil.
Rick Flag Senior, is that who Grillo is?
Probably, maybe. Yeah, I was streaming D23 Brazil because I heard there was going to be potentially some cool reveals. They ended up showing a new trailer for Brave New World and the Thunderbolts, but fortunately, no new Daredevil. They still didn't show the Daredevil trailer, which is crazy. But Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio were there, and Charlie Cox was looking visibly jacked, like extremely jacked. He definitely was on that MCU training program that that Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth were on, because holy shit. I remember he was super skinny when he was doing Netflix stuff.
I do agree that the new Captain America trailer it was edited very well. It made it look pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like they showed me like basically the whole movie.
They also showed me the Red Hawk CGI is definitely going to be hit or miss.
Yeah.
Some of that was really ass. But
I mean, I watched it on my phone when I was at dinner last night, so I haven't gotten a chance to really look at it since. So
I watched it zoomed in on Twitter, and they released some screenshots after. I don't chat. Some of the chat were debating me on this, but I think Thunderbolts will probably. I think just off vibes and the footage I've seen so far, I think Thunderbolts is going to be a better movie than Brave New World. I have a feeling, and I thought Thunderbolts was going to be awful, but I think there's definitely a chance it ends up being better than Brave New World.
I'm sorry I have to keep leaving, but I do have to.
For sure.
I'll be right back.
Do your thing. Like Brave New World has the vibes like, oh, this is more serious. It's kind of got the iron. It's kind of giving Iron Man meets Winter Soldier. Then you have the addition of Red Hawk. I don't know, but something about just looking at it, it just something feels like I don't know, like at least Thunderbolts. It's going to have it. Thunderbolts definitely has that James Gunn Suicide Squad vibe going on. Then they're going to have Sentry. It looks like, I think it's going to have better action. It has people with actual superpowers in it. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a better movie. I just have that feeling. Brave New World seems like it's extremely serious, and if the writing isn't really good, that's going to be a big problem. like like Winter Soldier could be serious because it was really good. Iron Man was funny but serious, but it worked because Robert Downey Jr. Extremely charismatic. The writing was really good, so it was funny and had everything pretty much perfect. But Brave New World looks like we're not cracking the jokes here. This is a very serious political thriller, action kind of thing going on, and that could go very sideways. Whereas Thunderbolts is like, yeah, we're having fun here. We're gonna crack some jokes. We're doing the whole ensemble underdog thing. Very very Suicide Squad. So at very least it doesn't take itself too seriously. So the bar and the expectations are going to be lower. It's probably going to be easier to get into it, but they've got some fan favorites in there. Very very smart decision to put Winter Soldier in there and change writers. I think it's going to be pretty good. Venom: Last Dance is not clear. I actually just saw an insane stat. Venom: The Last Dance. So the Sony Cinematic Marvel Universe, the Sony Cinematic Marvel Universe has, I think they said like it's made like it's generated like $2 billion. It's generated like $2 billion so far across all their movies, and the Venom trilogy accounts for 1.7 billion of that entire total, which is outrageous. like I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Then you remember, oh wait, wait, how many movies did they have? Like, because what's up now? Because the cinematic, because it's like you have the 3 Venom movies, then you have Morbius, and then there was Madam Web. So between all, because I'm assuming they're not counting the Spider-Verse. So between all those movies, they made $2 billion, but almost all of it came from those 3 Venom movies because they got absolutely nothing out of Morbius and Madam Web. And now Kraven the Hunter is the next up. Yeah. Villain of the Thunderbolts is based on the trailer, it seems like obviously the enemy is their inner demons that they have to overcome in order to work together to stop the bad guys. But Madam Hydra seems to be heavily involved in that. I don't know if Sentry is going to go berserk at the end, but Sentry is there, so they may end up having to fight him depending on how things go. But yeah, it seems like this was driven by Madam Hydra. How you doing, Jay? You look shell shocked.
No, I was just seeing somebody tweeting Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. and Superman as well.
And Superman?
Yeah. Hold on. And Creature Commandos. He's just voicing him.
He's voicing.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, put it up on the screen.
I'm working on it.
Faster. Oh, there he is, right next to Soups.
Yeah, and then apparently that's him in Creature Commando. And then obviously, I spotted him in the trailer, that little teaser.
Hair's not gray.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it would. I think it was Iron Smash Web. That's why I saw retweeted it. But his point was that with the gray hair, they should have. I mean, his hair's a little gray there, but they probably should have kept it a little bit consistent across them.
Yeah,
but
James Gunn's whole thing was consistently like, we're going to have the same actors in the movies, the shows, the animated stuff. Well, at least keep the hair color consistent.
I mean, I think the haircut looks similar. I mean,
It's a similar haircut.
this
but
is just stylized, you know. I mean, it's animation.
It's basically silver though.
Well, sure. I mean, I guess I don't know if this is shadow, but yeah, I don't know. That could just be like an art thing, you know. I don't. Why am I like? Why am I defending? I don't give a shit.
What the hell,
Like,
James? Well, I was about to say, how much is James going to pay you just now?
Well, I told you when I went out to LA for Suicide Squad, I thought we drove by him, but like nobody else was paying attention. And I said, "Was that James Gunn?" And everybody was like, "Where?" I'm like, "Well, I think we just drove by him."
Honestly, I would love to see James Gunn act as creative director of Marvel's Avengers. that would have been crazy.
Yeah,
I think if James Gunn was running Marvel's Avengers, it would still be alive today.
maybe.
I firmly believe that. No, I think the best case scenario for WB is if Rocksteady is doing the Batman game and WB and Montreal is doing the Superman game. Like that dual announcement would like break the internet. It would be insane.
Yeah.
If not so much on the Rocksteady end. It's like, oh, Rocksteady's doing another Batman game. Cool. Batman fans, they'll glaze that, whatever. But Batman and Superman, like, yeah, then we're talking like that's what the people want. Everyone's winning. So especially if you do it at the same time or at the same event, because if they announce Superman, the Batman fanboys are going to be bitching. So if you just have them both, then we can just let the annoying Batman fans critique the Batman game.
How fucking boring of a life do you have to like only want Batman and everything?
Extremely.
Like, I just don't even get it.
Extremely unfulfilled, boring life.
Like I keep saying that I know Suicide Squad was a misstep, okay? But like part of the reason that a lot of people wrote it off from the word go was just because it wasn't Batman.
Yeah, they did the same thing with Gotham Knights.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Now, if this is Batman Beyond, now we're talking.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the guts to do that.
Yeah, like if it's just if they play it that safe, like it's not like if it's Batman Beyond, I think that's going to be huge. But if they play it ultra safe and are just doing like an Arkham Shadow but on console, like yeah, I don't care.
I hope it's not that. I think it has to be something that's after Arkham Knight. I feel like they need a web, like a motion comic once Deathstroke is out and once we finish up whatever we're doing there.
Yeah,
they just need to put out a motion comic that like blips everything back to where it was and then just restarts Arkham.
You think there was a rumor that didn't end up panning out yet? At least I don't think it was actually written in the story from the leaks that I've read. But yeah, people thought they were going to do a Flashpoint. And that was the whole point of them. They were going to try to bring back Flash so that you can have Barry just Flashpoint the whole thing and just making sure it never happened. I don't know if they're going to do that. I think they're going to be content with just bringing the league back, but leaving all the devastation behind. I don't know. We'll see.
I just don't know how that's going to work in the Arkham verse. You know what I mean? I think the biggest problem was that, but like, here's the thing: Elseworlds is such a thing that it can easily, like Cloud saying, it can very easily be retconned. You know, because we were dealing with all these Elseworlds. There has to be a way to like basically blip it back into place. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or they can literally just say, actually, when we said it's Arkhamverse game, what we meant was it was an Elseworld of the Arkhamverse.
Yeah,
and it's not just actually part. Yeah,
and I'll tell you what. There's very few things that I think the typical Batman fan is going to agree on, but I think every single one of them would agree that would be fine. Well, we'll just pretend it didn't happen. You know what I mean? Yeah. As far as Arkham Shadow, Gabe, I played it for like an hour or so. I have a video on my channel. It's VR, all right? Like it I'm not a VR guy and I didn't really enjoy it. So if you like VR games, it's right. It's a VR game. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like it was very interesting personally, but you know,
Yeah, I think would definitely. I think calling it an Elseworld would definitely solve a lot of that branding issue if anyone cares. But honestly, I just feel like just put this in the future, make it Batman Beyond. Who cares?
well, I think this game is going to be super safe, and I think if we're going to get Batman Beyond, it'll be the next game.
Because the safe and boring thing is that they don't make a sequel to Arkham Knight. They just set it in a different point before the events of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I agree with you
Because I feel like they don't want to retcon it. I think it's clear from just the way Suicide Squad came out that it's going to be a bit of an ego thing. I don't think they're going to want to say, "Oh no, this game never happened." Like because they obviously took pride into the game. They made their decisions on what to have and not have in the game, no matter what anyone said. So I think they're going to just kind of stick to their guns there.
But whose ego? The two people that were mainly responsible for writing the game are gone.
Yeah, but everyone else is left that was managing the game.
Yeah, they worked on the game, and I mean, but they were soldiers. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna argue either way. But
they did the story. Like it was conceptually, it was theirs. Yeah, but the of the main story, but the stuff like the cosmetics, the weird. I have a feeling that I don't think Jamie Sefton wanted to do I don't think the weird poison ivy thing was their idea. Not. I think the way they designed Harley, I think that was definitely not Jamie and Sefton. It feels like they definitely have had their vision and are going to kind of stick to their guns to a degree, and are especially now that Jamie and Sefton are gone. And like, I mean, who's going?
Well, I don't remember where I heard it, but like the reason that we have Toyman, or is it Gizmo or Toyman that brings in the cars? Like they originally wanted everybody to have their own like vehicle too.
Yeah, it was a horrible. Yeah, that was what. Yeah, that was in the JayShockblast article.
Right.
Yeah. They originally going to. Yeah, they spent. Yeah, I think it was Sefton has had them some months on vehicles, and then was convinced actually this is a stupid fucking idea, and they were originally going to have it be more melee focused, and then he shifted them just back to over to guns. It was a shit show.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have to replace Tony Todd, Pat. I think they have a lot of work already done.
Yeah, they don't need to replace Tony Todd. I think Steve was it I think Steve Blum is Venom in Marvel Rivals. He did a really good job of that.
He's been in a lot of stuff.
I know he had that much range. I knew he did like an amazing Wolverine, but his Venom is top tier as well. But I don't think they're if they are going forward with this Venom game, I think they have more than enough audio from Tony Todd that didn't make it into Spider-Man 2 to turn it into a Venom game. They have like literally like he mentioned like 10% of the stuff he recorded made it to the final game.
Holy moly, you didn't know he had that much range. He was Starscream in Transformers Prime. His Wolverine, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, being Wolverine and Starscream are like two other ends of the spectrum, you know what I mean?
Yeah, his range is insane.
Zeb and Revels. Lucius and Pokemon Horizons. Interesting. Baraka in Mortal Kombat.
Really?
Yeah. The Tasmanian Devil. He was Mephisto in Diablo 4.
Bloom was crazy.
Yeah. Wolverine, obviously Midnight Suns. Does a lot of Baraka. He does additional voices in Paw Patrol. Jesus Christ, he does so much. I thought I saw he did something for I don't actually see him listed as Venom.
Yeah, if they do Wolverine,
Spike Spiegel, Cowboy Bebop.
Classic.
Wait, is this upcoming? Oh, I have upcoming closed. Upcoming, yeah, Venom and Marvel Rivals. There you go. That's why I missed it. So yeah, I know he's been like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, definitely have him play Wolverine and Venom in Marvel Rivals.
Solomon Grundy in Catwoman Hunted. Norman Osborn, Green Goblin, Red Goblin, Marvel Future Revolution.
He could practically play anybody. That's ridiculous.
Ao Orochimaru in Boruto Naruto Next Generation.
Holy fuck, that was bad.
Was it really bad? I did my best to make it as bad as possible.
That was bad even for you, Jay. Orochimaru
that was close.
in Boruto.
All right. For never having heard it before, all right, I think I nailed it.
First of all, shame on you for not knowing who Orochimaru is.
I don't even know what fucking Boruto is.
That's Naruto's son. The hell?
He was Dracula and Tom and Jerry. There's a lot of. Oh, he's Scarecrow.
Trust me, you don't. It's no rush.
He was Bullseye in Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Oh, he's Venom in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 as well. Young Justice, Count Vertigo, Demon Slayer. He was Kyogai.
He was in Demon Slayer too.
He was in Demon Slayer.
I don't listen. I don't think I ever listened to the dub of Demon Slayer.
Wow, in Mortal Kombat 11, he was Sub-Zero, Baraka, and Reptile.
What the hell?
Versatile Besethia in Final Fantasy 15.
You know Naruto had a son. What? They not only did Naruto have a son, they made an entire anime and manga series based on the adventures of the children of the main Naruto cast. It's got like 300 episodes.
It was Captain Cold, Count Vertigo, and Deadman in Lego DC Supervillains. I'm just invested in this now. So
Billy is the new JayShockblast when it comes to anime. I expect this from Jay.
He was Kang in Avengers Assemble.
He was Kang's.
He was Sauron in Middle Earth: Shadow of War.
Ooh.
Hack //GU Last Recode. Is that something?
It must be something. It's there.
He was Green Lantern and Sub-Zero in Injustice 2. Jeez, I'm only at 2017.
Are you going to read his entire ID?
I've told you that I'm invested.
Because it sounds like he's done a lot.
Yeah. He was Thug number 1 in Batman Arkham VR.
He's a thug.
And he was Killer Croc.
He played a thug and he played Killer Croc. That's nuts.
Yeah,
might as well just give him Batman too. Shit.
He was General Krang in Mutants in Manhattan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Ooh.
He was the voice of Kronos in DC Legends of Tomorrow.
What was he trying? Wait, was Jay trying to? Was that what Jay was trying to say? Dot hack?
I don't know.
What the fuck?
Hold on. Now I'm gonna go back. I guess it's a video game. I am going to copy and paste. I can't even copy and paste it. Why can't here we go. Oh yeah, dot hack GU last recode.
Dot Hack is a very famous anime series.
Okay, well then why didn't you recognize the name of the characters that he played?
I,
Yata, Nala, Eoten.
the anime. You so severely butchered the name that I just tuned out. I was like, what is it?
Well, I
Like,
knew I
what?
had seen the name before.
Like, what the fuck is he trying to say? I don't know.
Anyway, Heroes of the Storm. He was Waylon Jones and Killer Croc in Arkham Knight.
I hope he's done more anime so that we can hear Jay ruin it.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for now. Legend of Korra. He was Amon Baraz, Red Lotus Guard #1.
I know he was in Legend of Korra. That's pretty cool.
There you go. Ben 10.
Ben 10, of course. Shout out to Ben 10.
Legend of Korra video game Hundan.
Jay, your pronunciation is great. The best.
Naruto Shippuden
Oh my
Ultimate
God.
Ninja Storm Revolution. He was Ao, Orochimaru, and Zabuza Momochi.
Oh my God, that was painful to listen to. Jay's definitely I mean he's your bait. Are you sure you're not half Japanese? That was
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 game. He was Kraven.
Kraven the Hunter. Wow.
More Wolverine, Skylanders, more Starscream. We're only at 2013, by the way.
Wow.
In Deadpool, the video game, he was Wolverine.
Makes sense.
In Marvel Heroes, he was Wolverine, Rocket Raccoon, and Mr. Sinister.
That's quite a range.
Lego Batman, the movie, he was Bane and Penguin.
It's like nails scratching on a chalkboard with these anime things.
Oh, I'm trying to find more.
100%.
God of War Ascension, he was Ares. Naruto Shippuden.
Oh no.
Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Ao the third Tsuikage. Onoki.
Oh,
I was close, right?
Oh my God. No.
No.
That was so bad.
Road to Ninja Naruto the movie. He was Kizahashi Haruno.
Nailed it.
Yes.
No, you don't.
No.
Oh my God.
Amazing Spider-Man video game. The first one, he was the lizard.
I gotta turn this into a compilation. Sweet question. I'm literally taking this segment and just making a compilation of Jay pronouncing anime.
Oh, here we go. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Generations. He was Orochimaru. Zabuza Momochi.
Yep.
And Ao.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he's also in Kingdom of Amalur, Uncharted Golden Abyss. He was a mercenary. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Wolverine and Taskmaster.
And Taskmaster,
yeah.
Imagine a Taskmaster that talks.
Okay, and another Naruto game. He was all those same people.
Thank you for
Spider-Man Edge of Time, Anti-Venom.
Ooh.
Destiny, X-Men Destiny was Wolverine and Pyro. Come on, give me more.
He's about to summon a tail. He's about to summon a tailed beast if he does this.
Give me more anime. There's no more anime. I'm only at 2011. I feel like I'm only halfway. Yeah, I guess he just does Naruto for anime, huh?
How does
I don't know.
How does he have a voice after?
Dude, I don't even understand. Like, he's in Dragon Age Awakening. Like I've skipped so much stuff using Dante's Inferno.
I know there was a bunch of there was a lot of different attempts at Marvel anime over the years. I watched a few of them. I don't remember a Blade anime series, but I remember there was a Wolverine and an X-Men anime. There was a really cool Iron Man anime. Marvel should definitely do more of those.
He's been in every Batman Arkham game.
Really?
Yeah, he was in Arkham Asylum as Killer Croc. Kurakami, is that something?
That
anybody would care about?
Probably not. Well, not after hearing you.
That's fair. Well, I was in Call of Duty World at War. All right, he just plays a bunch of the same people. Code Geass.
Oh my fucking Christ!
Geass. Geass.
Oh,
what is it?
Oh no!
Is that popular?
Yes.
It has an 8.7. He was Kayashiro Todo.
Oh no! He said Code Geass.
What? How do you say it? Help me! Like teach me.
No, this is way funny. Oh no! Yeah, it's all of this. This is all of us anime enjoyers right now.
Well, good. You deserve it.
Oh my god.
Gurren Lagann.
Wow, this is actually the first one he pronounced correctly.
He was Liron.
That's the first one he didn't completely butcher.
Wow, he was in the Spider-Man 3 video game as Rhino. Bunch of Ghost Recon. He was Vengeance in a Ghost Rider video game. A Faro Samurai. All right, I can't pull that one off.
You
can. He was just an assassin.
Well, basically a thug.
Which? W.I.T.C.H TV series, looks animated. Naruto Uzumaki Chronicles 2 Gendo.
I think I played that game.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2006 Wolverine and Venom. So his Venom goes back many, many years.
Yeah.
Just Cause 1, the first. He was in Dead Rising, the first one. Sheesh. He's been in these. The X-Men game.
They need a new Venom. They know where to go.
Yeah. You can cut me off anytime now. I was invested, but I'm trying to find more things to mispronounce.
We've got plenty for the compilation.
Oh, he was a Neopet. Harvey Birdman. He was in that.
Really?
As Yaki Doodle.
Love the Birdman.
Marvel Legends 2 Rise of the Apocalypse. Bet you'll never guess who he was.
Hold up. Rogue.
Wolverine and Omega Red.
Oh.
He was Vincent Valentine in Final Fantasy VII Advent Children.
Yeah, Jay has to finish at this point.
I know. I'm at 2005. He was in Psychonauts, Doom 3, God of War. He was Ares in the original God of War. World of Warcraft. He was in that.
Nerd.
The Punisher video game. He was Bullseye and Matt Murdock.
Oh, Travis's favorite game of all time.
Knights of the Old Republic 2. He was Coden and Margar. I don't even know who those are.
And you're supposed to be a Star Wars fan. Shame.
I feel you. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 2. The same two names I've already said, and the second Hokage. Hokage? Hokage?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, gosh.
What is it?
No.
Not that? Gotcha.
Hokage is insane.
What is it? How do you pronounce it?
Hokage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That doesn't make sense.
Wow. Well, yes, it does. Have you never seen the Japanese word kage?
I just did.
Hokage. It makes perfect sense. It's kage with ho in front of it. What do you mean? Oh my god.
Everything makes sense now. This has been quite enjoyable.
Oh.
2003, Knights of the Old Republic. He was Candon Arc. Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick.
I'm gonna mispronounce He-Man and Star Wars characters from Knights of the Republic for now.
Well, you just failed at your first attempt. All right, I'm no longer invested. Sakura Wars, the movie. We're in 2001 at this point.
2001. That was a year.
We're starting at the Great Teacher Onizuka. I don't know. All right, we're in 2000.
We're in the Bush years.
The Elvis and Jack Nicholas Mysteries. This is probably the best segment in the history of this. All right.
This is definitely better than your pegging story.
Fair.
Ghost
in the Shield.
Oh, now you're just trolling. That's not even Japanese. Not even Japanese in that. There's not even Japanese in that one.
Fist of the North Star.
Oh, the classic. That was a classic anime.
All right, his first thing was Lupin the Third.
Another classic anime.
Old Shamanist.
Wow, he was in two of the most influential anime of all time. That's crazy.
His second 1980.
Well,
that was 1978. One episode. 1981, he was in Mobile Suit Gundam 1, Mobile Suit Gundam 2, Mobile Suit Gundam 3 as Char Aznable.
So he's actually an anime OG. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did Gundam, Fist of the North Star.
And he would have been like 18, 19, 20 in that age range.
And Cowboy Bebop. That's
Akira.
Wow. He did Akira?
Yeah, male nurse, radio reporter 3, resistance member. Yeah, 1988.
So he's literally been in like some of the most iconic anime of all time.
Bastard with 2 exclamation points.
Another one.
Gaara's father, Ninja Master Gaara. Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Ooh, I love that one.
T-Hawk.
Street Fighter 2, the animated movie, was fucking classic.
Beanstalk. Full Throttle, El Hazard. He was Dhalsim in Street Fighter 2 V. All right. I don't know what any of this other shit is. Anyway. So that was Steve Blum's life story as told by JayShockblast.
Yep. All you anime watchers, sorry that you had to witness this. That was hilarious and painful at the same time.
Yeah, you know.
But
I do what I can to entertain.
Steve
I am
Blum,
nothing if not an entertainer.
Steve Blum is actually a goat. Like, what the fuck? he might be arguably the best living voice actor right now for the nerddom. He probably added 6 more credits during the show. Probably. Voice actors do, especially someone as prolific as Steve. They're constantly working on a new project. because they usually try to get the voice work done early. Wait, is the strike over?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I hope I kept everybody entertained there. I wish I had someone with even more credits that I could do my best.
we're just gonna have to have a JayShockblast pronounce this anime thing segment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring JayShockblast a new anime to look at, and he's gonna have to do his best to sound his way through it.
That does not sound fun.
This is gonna be great. I'm gonna find the most Japanese thing titles and stuff I can find. This is gonna be great. New weekly segment.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So, but yeah, tonight, you're gonna watch the Penguin finale. Are you even caught up on the Penguin?
I'm not. My friend is just texting me right now, and oh, okay, I get it. My friend Tim just texted me. Kristen Milotti got me feeling some kind of way, and then I said I'm like 3 episodes behind, and then he just texted me a picture of her dressed like that.
No, he's right. She's doing some things in the episodes that you missed.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I fell behind on it, and sometimes when you fall behind, it's like daunting to like oh, I gotta get back, because they're like all hour episodes. So
yeah, I was like that for House of Dragon, but mostly out of just not caring.
yeah, it's not that I don't care. It like I do. I agree it's good. I don't know why.
I literally didn't care. Like because I was like, yeah, like I watched the first 9 episodes, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like good quality, but it wasn't like something that for whatever it just didn't hook me like oh man, like I'd watch episodes because it was like, oh yeah, it's quality. Obviously the last season of Game of Thrones was ass, but I was like, yeah, why it's cool, good quality. So I'm curious to see what happens next. And there was just never a moment where episode where it's like, oh, like I'm super like with Penguin. I know that if I miss 1 week, if I come back to it, there's like something amazing waiting for me. Like all the episodes have been just better than the last. And they just have like crazy endings. So I wouldn't be daunted by that because of just how good it's been. So I'm good. So I'm good there. But yeah, in general, it's just like it just depends on the quality. Arcane premiered as well. The first 2 episodes of Arcane season 2 premiered, and that was fantastic as well.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of that. Keemstar just posted The Penguin is the best show on TV.
I mean, that's absolutely true. I mean, Agatha All Along was a nice surprise, but Penguin is actual cinema.
Yeah, I'll after we finish up, I'll go ahead and try to start getting caught up.
Actually, we're finishing up right now because I want to go watch Penguin.
That's fair. I'm exhausted after all that reading.
I'm exhausted out of all that laughing at you reading.
Can I just say I just reminded myself that I saw it in the background. This is like my new favorite Funko Pop, because how can you not love that? It's Skeletor just laying there all sexy.
Skeletor.
I feel like you would appreciate that though. So
I'm not a Funko guy. Well,
somebody that I know actually like DM'd me and was like, "Hey, I'm the new influencer manager for Funko Pop for Funko." I'm like, "Really? Is that something you announced?" No. I'm like, "Oh, cool."
Is it Hyrule? It's Hyrule.
No. Not Hyrule. Somebody way cooler than Hyrule.
Okay, I got you.
Anyway, yeah.
Congratulations, Captain, on your new position at Funko. Good luck to you. All right. So I mean, I can't imagine how the next week could get any crazier, but you never know. The writers have been going insane on this season of America, so we'll see what happens. We'll catch you guys next week. Hopefully Jay is all caught up on Penguin, and we can do like a final review of the season. Hope our best boy Thor is feeling good, has a better week. We're all rooting for you, buddy. Thank you all, as usual, for Jay for humiliating himself with his anime pronunciation.
Anytime.
I'll definitely be working on that compilation video. We'll catch you guys next week. Stay safe. I'm Sadot the Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
Zip it up and zip it out. Peace, my Hokage.
I think I call it a Hokage.
Oh gosh, it's crazy.